If you've been for weeks, no longer waking up feeling a morning erection. If you often turn your back instead of putting your arms around your partner. If you've been quietly wondering lately, are the days burning with longing? The nights are full of connection, whether they stay behind forever. This video is for you. Male health specialist, more than 35 years of clinical experience. All the time. I've been with thousands of men at 67, 10 or even 80. Helped them regain their energy. They had the confidence they once thought they had lost. But what I'm going to share with you today, it's not in the textbook. It came from a patient, an old soldier. Quietly, I walked into my clinic at the age of 80. He looked at me. It's cool to say I still wake up strong every morning. Never touched a green pill. I have to ask what the secret is. He answered with a simple sentence. A light meal before bed. It's not medicine. It's not functional food. It's just a small 8 with 4 simple ingredients. Maybe you're already in your kitchen. And as I dig deeper, what I found out was mind-boggling. Because this snack doesn't just help you sleep deeper, it can also activate testosterone production, reduce stress and anxiety when entering, widen blood vessels, improve circulation, and evoke strong physiological signals, even while you're sleeping. With just 4 natural, non-chemical foods, no side effects, just a few minutes before sleeping. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the details of what that is. Why do they work? And how can you get started tonight? And I believe, if you're willing, this can change everything. Before we move on, if you want to regain the courage of men to live strong old age full, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification. I will share a lot of knowledge, practical like this, for men like you. And if what I say touches you, please comment number 1 below. If not, leave a 0. So I know what I need to improve. Now let's start with the first ingredient. Sounds simple, even familiar. But you'll be surprised by its true power. For men's health, a banana, a chemical powerhouse for men. Every night as a child, I saw my father eat a banana. Before going to bed, you never say why. No one asked either. It's just one of those simple habits. It's as quiet as any old man. I don't care about that. It wasn't until years after I started being a doctor, when I started seeing thousands of men coming in because of fatigue, erectile dysfunction, loss of desire. That's when I realized my father was doing something. Very true, bananas seem normal. It is one of the most underappreciated foods in supporting male vitality. Not just because of kali. Helps stabilize blood pressure and heart. It's more important than tryptophan-rich bananas. This is an amino acid that your brain uses to produce serotonin, neurotransmitters that help improve mood, soothe anxiety, and stimulate desire. And serotonin is the precursor to melatonin, hormones to help you sleep, deep sleep, and sleep properly cycle. You know testosterone? The most important physiological hormones of men. It's only produced when you're in deep sleep. Not sleeping enough, testosterone drops. Loss of energy, loss of sense of male connection. I saw this in one of my patients, 67-year-old retired teacher. I went to the clinic with a tired face. He said he's been feeling sluggish for months. There is no such thing as a husband and wife. Have considered testosterone therapy, but I said drill and try this first. We changed our diet, priority sleep, and one of the simple things I put in is eat a ripe banana before bedtime. 2 weeks later, he came back with a smile. I sleep better, and I woke up feeling like a man. No need to say more. I understand. In addition to tryptophan, bananas also contain vitamin B6. Supports the conversion of cholesterol to testosterone, an important link that many people overlook. B6 testosterone deficiency diminishes without even knowing it. Bananas also contain bromelain, an enzyme that supports blood circulation, improves sperm quality, and help the blood flow more strongly to the necessary areas, plus thousands. Minerals that aid in reducing prostatitis, which is the grave of men after the age of 50. If you come here, you can ask for just 1 banana. Yes, It's not medicine. It's not magic. It's bananas at the right time. Eat when the body needs it most. Before you sleep, your brain produces serotonin. Deeper sleep. Testosterone regenerates better, and blood vessels are relaxed. No side effects, no dependence. It's just that your body is supported to heal itself. As if nature. Many people used to. I laugh when I told them to eat bananas before bed. That's it, they say. But 2 weeks later, no one's laughing anymore. Instead, it's a brighter face, with a straight back and a confident look that, I haven't run out of time yet. That's the power of food, of slowing down. Listen to your body and feed it what it needs. But bananas are just the beginning for the next material. It's a spice that was once reserved only for kings. Not only help arouse desire, it's also clinically proven, helps increase erections and pleasure. It also improves mental health. And just a little pinch before sleeping could be the body key. You are waiting. 2 Saffron Golden Pistol awakens desire and emotions. When it comes to Saffron Pistol Saffron, most men shake their heads. Spice up something expensive for people to cook Western food, right? I used to think so too. Years ago, I think of saffron as just a sesame ingredient lying quietly in high-end food stores. Until I met him, I was 72 years old. I went to the doctor after nearly a year of losing my wife. You're a quiet man. Be gentle and live inside. After a long time ago, he started to open up, started dating again. But there's a big obstacle, he said in a whisper. I can't. My body doesn't respond like I've been shut down. We start with the basics. IMPROV, sleep healthy eating reduces stress. But the turning point came from a small change. I suggested you add a pinch of saffron to the warm water, making honey before sleeping, or sprinkle it on an evening snack. 3 weeks later, he returned to his chair smiling softly. I don't know if it's saffron or if I sleep better, but I feel alive again, doctor. I've never forgotten that moment. Behind that smile is a recovery. Not just of the body, it's about the lust for life of emotions that have died out. Saffron is not just a royal spice. It's a natural medicine. It's been used for centuries in traditional medicine to reduce fatigue. Emotional balance increases desire. And today, modern science has proven it to be true. In many randomized controlled studies, saffron has helped to significantly improve symptoms, erectile dysfunction, in men not by stimulating like drugs, but by supporting the entire system, from vascular to neurologic psychology. Main ingredients such as crocin and safranol in saffron acts as a sedative to the nervous system, reduce stress, anxiety, and mild depression. BA enemies silently destroy the bravery of man. As we enter middle age, when the mind is at peace, the body is ready. When the heart is no longer heavy, desire has a chance to return. Not only that, but saffron has an antioxidant effect. Strong anti-inflammatory. Helps protect the cardiovascular system and tiny blood vessels. The places where blood needs to circulate to create a physiological response. A study shows that just 10 days of regular saffron use, men have improved frequency and erectile quality. Another study noted sperm quality and pleasure also increase. That's a lot better. And the people who participated in the study, I'm not a young athlete. They're middle-aged, elderly men. Just like you, just like me. So why is this information uncommon? Because saffron isn't profitable for pharmaceutical companies. You can't copyright it. You can't advertise it. But the effect is obviously natural and long-lasting. Non-dependence, no physiological disorders later. I've advised a lot of patients to take saffron and always tell them one thing. If your body is losing its rhythm, if you find yourself cold lacking, fire lacking connection, don't try to force the adjustment. And saffron, it's a note that helps you capture the melody. It doesn't make you explode right away, but it reawakens the emotional rhythm, to arouse warmth, to reignite the desire that has fallen asleep. I remember what he said during the visit. I didn't just feel better. I started dreaming again. I find myself happily teased to remember to hope. Saffron doesn't just make you erect, it makes you feel. And when the mind is free, the emotions come back. The body needs one more thing, the strength to respond. That's when the next ingredient comes, a familiar spice. It was present in the childhood of many people. But you might be using the wrong type, and that's why Effectus L hasn't come yet. The silent warrior of the circulatory system. I remember very well. My childhood always had a special smell. The smell of cinnamon in a glass that my grandmother used to make every cold winter fragrant evening. Warm. It's like a soft blanket wrap around the child's soul. At the time, I just thought cinnamon was a flavoring spice. Until I became a doctor and realized my grandmother was giving me a cure. Heal every day. But there's one thing that very few people know. Not all cinnamon is the same. Most of the cinnamon you see outside the supermarket, the most popular cheap type is Acacia cinnamon. It's related to real cinnamon, but it's not what you want to use. If you're looking to improve your physiology, enhances circulation, and stabilizes what you need is Ceylon cinnamon or real cinnamon. Has a milder smell and a softer taste. And most important, non-toxic to the liver. It is safe to use every day. I remember a patient from Beijing. The 74-year-old was a long-haul truck driver. He was muscular, but had fatigue deep in his eyes. I have high blood pressure, pre-diabetes, and the couple's life has been a long time since nothing the same. You said something that made me very sad. I don't need to go back to being 20. I just don't want to feel invisible. We've adjusted our diet, our nutrition, and I put it into your nightly routine. One simple thing. Add a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon vermicelli. Add a snack before bed, sometimes sprinkled on bananas. Stir in a cup of herbal tea. 2 weeks later, I feel better. A month later, blood sugar is more stable. And he walked into the clinic one morning laughing and saying, "Doctor, it's back. Not young but steady. Just enough for me to feel myself." You see, without circulation, there's no erection. It's simple. You may have an emotional desire, but if the blood vessels are clogged with scleroderma, your body can't respond. Ceylon cinnamon is a powerful helper. It helps clean and soften those blood pathways. It reduces inflammation in the blood vessels, makes them soft, and increase blood flow to where you need it most. It doesn't stop there. Cinnamon helps control blood sugar. When you're older, insulin resistance begins to quietly appear. You don't have diabetes, but the blood sugar fluctuates. It's enough to damage the vascular endothelium, where nitric oxide is produced, substances that help blood flow strongly into the genital area. No nitric oxide, no strong reaction, no matter how strong your desire. And that's when the cinnamon comes into play. Many studies show Ceylon cinnamon helps reduce glucose when hungry, increase sensitivity to insulin, reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. It all leads to healthier blood vessels, stronger blood circulation, and better response. But what impressed me the most, it's not the numbers. It's the smiles that come back. The men who gave up. I now wake up to the gentle joy that my body is still alive. You can still react. It's just a little toothpick, a little spoon of cinnamon. Stir in a cup of warm tea, sprinkle on bananas, or mix with honey. And you're not just helping that. You're healing the circulatory system, supports the heart, and brings the body back to its proper rhythm. And if cinnamon is a spice that helps smooth blood flow true steadily, the next material, Theo, is the ultimate relay fuel for testosterone. It protects the prostate. It helps the body regenerate its natural desire. And the special thing you've seen since childhood. Unbelievably sweet and nutritious. For pure honey, fuel source for testosterone, and the silent recovery of years. There's something very special about raw honey. Maybe it's the way it flows slowly from the spoon down, or the warm fragrance Lan radiates when you stir into a warm evening cup of tea. For me, it's a childhood memory. Every time she coughed, she spoke just a spoonful will make you feel better. Back then, I just thought honey would soften my throat. The longer you work, working with hundreds of men. Loss of energy, testosterone and connection. The more I recognize honey, if it's the right kind, used properly, it's a powerful but soothing dose of healing. It's not all honey. You need raw, unprocessed honey. There's enough mineral enzymes, antioxidants, and live nutrition. Because this honey is not just sugar. It's a whole endocrine support system, circulation and spirit. I remember a patient named Chi Eng. The 69-year-old is a retired firefighter. Good snake figure, but walked into the clinic with a sluggish eye. Uncle told, "I've been feeling blurry lately. It's like living without being on the air. Low testosterone, poor sleep. Husband is stressful. I'm not in a hurry to prescribe medication. We fine-tune it. And one of the things that I put in was a spoonful of pure honey every night. You just looked at me laughing. 3 weeks later, it's a different walk. He stood up straight and his eyes were brighter. And the first thing he said was, "Doctor, that honey thing is real. Why is it so effective?" Honey helps support testosterone. Not by clicking. It's by creating a favorable environment for the endocrine to repair itself. In raw honey, there's boron, a rare but important V mineral. It's involved in balancing male sex hormones. And many studies have shown that boron helps increase testosterone levels naturally, especially when it comes to good sleep. And blood sugar is stable. Honey helps control blood sugar when taken in the right dose. It doesn't raise sugar like refined sugar because there's an enzyme in there. Antioxidants and nutrition supports the liver where excess estrogen is eliminated. This allows testosterone to be increased. And most importantly, honey stimulates nitric oxide production. Conductors helps blood vessels dilate and push blood to the genital area. This is also the mechanism by which the famous blue drug, nitric oxide, no erection. But honey activates it naturally. Sustainability does not depend. Honey is also a natural anti-inflammatory, helps repair the vascular endothelium, where stress damage, insomnia, smoking, or age. With the men, I've spent my whole life supporting my family. Then those blood vessels need to be healed. I've seen this over and over again. The men, I thought I was running out of time in the slums. Cold with just a spoonful of honey every night. Start to feel alive again. Then energy and desire. No noise, no sudden. It's just a silent wave of recovery. Note, don't use pasteurized plastic bottled honey. You need raw, uncooked organic honey. Just a small spoonful of water every night. Sprinkle it on bananas or mix it with a night snack. And now imagine what happens when you combine all 4 ingredients. Banana provides neurotransmitters for desire. Saffron awakens emotions and relieves stress. Ceylon cinnamon opens blood vessels and stabilizes insulin. Honey testosterone recovery and endothelial repair. It's not a miracle. It's not a 1,000-year secret. It's just real food at the right time. So how to do it? How to turn these 4 ingredients become a habit. It is easy to eat and can be maintained every night. I'll guide you step by step. It takes less than a minute a day, and it can change the way you wake up in the morning. A guide to combining habits 1 minute before sleep. Now you understand the individual effects from the mind to the blood vessels, from testosterone to sleep. But the real power lies in the combination. When they're put into the body at the right time, they're not food anymore. It's become a restoration ritual, a message to the body that it's time to rest, regenerate, and renew. And the most amazing thing is, you don't have to be a chef. No complicated machinery required. It's less than a minute every night. How to do each step. A ripe banana is not too green. Soft, medium type, easy to grind. Peel and put it in 8 with a small grinded fork until smooth. You can slow it down so that the mind also relaxes with every movement. 2, add a small pinch of pistol saffron, about 6. 8 strands or a teaspoon if you take the powder. Sprinkle all over the mashed banana. It's a substance that awakens desire, soothing the mind, lifting emotions. Bam, another teaspoon. Sri Lanka cinnamon is not common outside the supermarket. You will see the smell of warm land up. A feeling of being close. It's a bit old as the memory. Last 4. Small 1 teaspoon of pure honey, organic up top. Let the honey flow slowly. It's like you're pouring a little sweetness into your body from nature. Now sit down and eat slowly. For no phone, no TV, no email. Just you in this moment. Eat this food the way you talk, with a loved one. Gentle presence full of respect. And when you're done, don't rush to wash 8 or check your messages. Let your body relax. Can have another cup of decaffeinated herbal tea. Read a light book. Or simply sit quietly in the soft light. You just gave your body a gift, and it'll pay you back with silent recovery. Because when you sleep, enzymes start to repair. Sex hormones begin to regenerate. Nitric oxide preparation for blood flow. In the morning, emotions start to ignite in the background. You do this every night for 7 to 10 days. You may feel small changes, but full of weight, deeper sleep, morning more alert than warm emotions come back, and a quiet confidence that you thought you'd lost. I saw that look in my eyes in men who walk slowly into the clinic and come back to a brighter light, shoulders straighter than a light but vibrant smile. A patient once told me that, "This morning my wife put her hand on my shoulder and said, 'You look just like you used to.'" He doesn't laugh about his body. He laughed because he was back. The question now is, do you dare to give yourself a minute every night? Not to regain youth. It's about reinvigorating. To tell your body that you're still worth it, that you're still a full man. No drugs, no waiting for AI to recognize it, as long as you recognize yourself. Friends never run out of time. If you've come all the way with me, I'd like to spend the last few minutes not as a doctor. It's a man. I'm talking to another man. I understand the feeling. When you get to an age where the world starts looking through you, when you feel unattractive, no more role, no more voices. Every morning is no longer the beginning. It's just a tired, repetitive habit. I've seen hundreds of men fall into that state. They're not screaming. No rebellion. They just quietly retract and live smaller and smaller because they think their time is over. But I'm telling you today, and I want you to write this down. You don't end up. You're just waiting to wake up. What I've shared with you so far, it's not a miracle. It's not a trick. That's 4 real foods. Banana saffron, cinnamon Ceylon, pure honey. 4 chosen because they are in harmony with your body. Not forced. No chemicals. Not promising. They create conditions for the body. You do what it already knows how to do. They wake up to what you thought you'd lost. The desire for connection. The confidence, presence in the body and emotions in life. You know what? I've seen men walk into the clinic with your shoulders down, and then a few weeks later, back in the clear, a steady look in a simple sentence. I feel like I'm back. They're not as young as 20, but they come back to themselves with peace, pride, and a kind of quiet energy. But it also makes people look back. I don't promise this will change you overnight, but I promise if you're patient, if you value yourself, if you allow your body to recover every night, then 7 to 10 nights later, you'll start to realize. In the morning, you have more energy. Your mind is no longer clouded. And when you touch your partner, you don't feel shy or distant anymore. You want and you can. Because you're not too old. You're not broken. You don't degrade. You just need a proper touch to arouse. The fire is still smoldering in you. And if you need that AI, repeat this every day. I'm here. If this video touches something in your heart, please like me. I don't speak alone. Please share this video with another man. People can also are silent, struggling with the feeling of losing yourself. And don't forget to subscribe to the notification channel because of the journey to master the Lin Men. It doesn't stop here. You're not too late. You've just started. See you in the next video.